Thanks. Is that you, Rob? That's great. Thank you. Now, I know throughout the course of the evening we have an opportunity to meet our MPs and MPPs and some former MPs and former MPPs. And I just wanted to mention that there are 3 all at one fabulous table, or 4, that I have to mention. Eleanor Kaplan, former MP and MPP. David Kaplan, MPP. Sophia Angelides, MPP. Peter Sherman, MPP. That is one great table. I'm delighted right now to introduce to you Jane Taber. For everyone who follows public policy, who follows politics, who just likes to read the newspaper, we all remember Jane Taber because I thought she was a fantastic columnist, and I did follow her career for many years. You were good enough to help us when we launched our Women in Politics conferences all those years ago. She would fly into my hometown of Windsor in a snowstorm, as I recall, and help us host those important conversations in the 1990s. So that's going back a long ways. Jane Taber today is the senior consultant with National Public Affairs. So she's still busy encouraging discussion and dialogue. And we're delighted that she's going to be hosting this panel of august members that you met a little earlier. And she's going to be asking us some really tough questions, just like the old days. Welcome, Jane Taber.
To start off, let's just find out, what is progressive leadership? What does that mean to you, Julian?
Well, in short, it's being able to see an opportunity to improve the world around you and make it happen. But that involves a few things. It's seeing opportunities that may be in your business realm, in your community, or in the world. It's getting the resources that you need to make it come to life, whether it's people or money or other kinds of support, and most importantly, it's bringing people along with you, and so that you can have exponential impact through what they're able to do because you help them to live themselves.
Roberta, would you agree with that, or how would you define progressive leadership?
First, forgive me, but by cultural protocol, as a Mohawk, I have to acknowledge the traditional territory we're in. And my own people, the Haudenosaunee, were in this area, the Rouge Valley. So, congratulations to everybody on the stage. I'm so honored. I think progressive leadership is about creating change. I think, first, you need to know who you are and remain aware of yourself. I think you have to know what your strengths are. I think you have to be willing to listen. I think you have to, in this day and age, be comfortable with ambiguity. I think you need to be able to galvanize people towards a vision, a place they want to go, but a good leader knows where that destination is and enables people to reach. A good leader today is also someone who understands the challenges that we're facing and is a visionary to see beyond them. Intersectionality. If a leader today can't talk knowledgeably about concepts like intersectionality, we're in trouble. So, especially in Canada, we have such promise, such hope. I can tell you, in the Indigenous world, we have no shortage of leaders. What we have a shortage of is a place that they can be accepted, heard, space made for Indigenous people to be ourselves in a leadership role. That's what we're lacking at the moment in the country. But leaders, we have them, and we've always had them in Canada.
Thank you. Bob, what do you think?
I only made about 14 pages worth of notes.
Great.
I thought about this a lot. I've been exposed to a whole bunch of different sorts of leadership in the Royal Canadian Navy. When I was a young officer, we got trained by abuse. If you could take it, you could stick it out. And they would torture you to the nth degree. Oh, well, pretty much. You know, it was mental, But it was also, you know, you'd feel really good when the captain would go and put his life jacket on and you were the officer of the watch, right? You knew that he had a lot of confidence in you. We changed that, and we don't do that anymore. I got leadership experience working with the people in my trade as a plumber. You know, there are some of these craggy old guys who, I know Darryl Labuking has had the same experience as me. Some of these old guys look at you and say, son, buy gear, not beer. It's going to be mighty cold this winter, get a good parka. They would tell you things that really mattered. They would do it in a different way. They didn't feel very namby-pamby about it, but the truth is they were just these big softies going around who were trying to teach you respect for yourself and respect for what you were doing. To tell you that if somebody had the jam to show up and do the work, to do what was required to get there, they deserved to be there. And it didn't matter where they came from. And, you know, on a really cold day when they were chewing snooze and they'd spit it up in the air to see if it would freeze before it hit the ground, you knew it was cold. It was 40 below. It froze before it got there. These people were really wise. We haven't tapped into that sort of knowledge much. The idea of respectful leadership, not putting a person in a position to fail, finding a way to make sure everybody went into an integrated whole. And I'm really talking a lot here, and I'm sorry, I shouldn't be. I'm going to finish up. These guys go out and build world-class jobs. The same guy with the big wad of snooze. It is a ballet of wood and wire and pipe and metal and enormous pieces of equipment, all being done safely and being done in a way that has a whole bunch of people from dissimilar trades, dissimilar backgrounds, dissimilar whatever, integrating to do something. That's no different than the leadership that's shown in trying to make our great country better.
Okay, thank you. Victor, how would you define progressive leadership?
In a very simple term, it's more about us rather than me. And I think that's the way I describe it. I'm the product of the late Lester B. Pearson. My father came here as a refugee. He built a life here from like scratch. He broke a forklift. My mother washed cleaned houses. He retired as the head caretaker at Crombie High School in Mississauga. And I'm the product of a society that said, you know what, we're going to open our arms up to you. It's going to be about us, not just me. And it's time for me to kind of think about that. And I've been thinking about that all my life, about how to give back, how to make Canada a better place. Canada is what it is today because of the us versus the me. That is the collective that defines Canada that I embrace in a very big way. It's funny, I found my dad's chronology when he came here. He interviewed with the Commission for the U.S. When he was in Italy, and then the Commission for Canada. He chose Canada. The great irony is I married an American who also became a Canadian because she believes in the collective. And that's what I do.
Last but not least, Bonnie Crombie.
So, progressive leadership, what it means to me, and first I want to say how humbled I am to be on such an esteemed panel. Really, it's such an honor to be here. I thank the organization truly for recognizing me. I don't feel adequate. I don't feel like I deserve to be here. It's like, what do we call that? Sandra, imposter complex, right? No, we do though. I really suffer from that. So, progressive leadership for me is about being bold, and it is about being fearless. And if anything, I've tried to emulate in my mandate in politics. I think we're not in our roles for a long time, a very long, when you're politically, when you're an elected individual. You have a term limit, so you have to accomplish whatever you can in a very short period of time. So it's very important to be principled, to be true to your values, to be authentic, but to make a significant difference in a short period of time, you have to push that envelope. You need to be bold, and you need to be fearless. And I've tried to demonstrate that in my short time as mayor and as a councillor before that, and maybe even as a member of parliament, really to push push the envelope and take very principled stands and to show people, to galvanize people, to show them that they can have trust and confidence. I think I have a very strong moral compass, and if I believe in the issue, it's okay. We are taking the right path. So I think being very progressive, showing progressive leadership is about being true to yourself, being authentic, and taking those bold steps, taking those very bold and fearless positions on issues, and I think people have that confidence to follow.
And bringing them along.
Bringing them along, as Julia has said.
As Julia mentioned, yeah.